2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And it's all Glad to have you with us for this Monday afternoon presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And our broadcast team tonight, Grant Hill and Steve Smith. Allie LaForce, our reporter. Here are the starters for Utah. We've got Lauri Markkanen, Colin Sexton out there with George. Then it's Walker Kessler, and it's Hendricks in at the power forward position. And for Minnesota, Edwards at the 2 with McDaniels at the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the point guard position. And what a great guard matchup we have tonight. Smitty, I know you're a big fan of games like this.
I am. Guard play is so incredible right now in the NBA. Both of these teams are loaded in the backcourt. I expect them to trade punches back and forth.
So the Timberwolves win the tip. Edwards finds Conley. Edwards with it. Pass to Randle. 5 to shoot. Out of bounds. It'll be Utah's ball. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Utah. Now Kessler. Back to George. Pass to Markkanen. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Randle outside. Conley with the ball. Outside Edwards. Over Sexton. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
And just working his way inside, keeping Edwards out of the paint is not an easy task.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. The T-Wolves on top. They lead by 2. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. All right, let's quickly break down the game. What we've seen so far from the Timberwolves, guys.
They are looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
On the floor for Utah, getting going in the second. Sexton runs point with Clarkson at the 2. John Collins out there with Lauri Markkanen, and it's Sensabaugh in at the 3. Ingles passes to Conley. To the middle. Here's Reed. Collins with the rebound.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Conley with some nice D.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
The teardrop, and it's blocked by Collins.
Right there, the length of Collins proving to be the difference. Not in my house, he says.
Throws it up high. Here's Sexton. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Timberwolves ahead. They're up by 2. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. It was a closely contested first quarter for Minnesota. They led by 2 after the first. Scoring-wise, they broke even in the second, so little ground was lost there. And, Kenny, what did you see out there from the Timberwolves?
They were simply the better team on the offensive end. Every time the defense made an adjustment, they would make an adjustment on offense. Winning that little cat and mouse game, they'll be difficult to beat.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Utah?
Well, they're just not creating enough scoring opportunities, and they're pretty lucky they're not trailing by 15 right now. They need to play more unselfishly, work for better spacing, go stronger to the basket.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Now here's George. Conley at the guard with Edwards next to him. Julius Randle out there with McDaniels. And it's Gobert in at the center position. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. The shot by Conley, no good.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
George drives in. Tipped away. And here we go. The Timberwolves on the run. Randle, good.
I love the energy Julius Randle brings, and it's something his teammates feed off.
Markkanen against McDaniels. And here's Markkanen. Clock at 6. Launches it. It's not going to go for him.
Fantastic perimeter defense. His coaches and teammates have to appreciate this kind of effort.
You see some guys, they just mail it in. They don't go out and contest it. Not him. He's going to compete through the entire play.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Timberwolves ahead. They lead by 5. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And just a selfless decision from your two-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
At his position, traditionally, his job is to shoot the basketball. Give him credit for keeping his eyes up and just taking what the defense allows.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. So the Jazz 5 right now. Collins and Kessler playing up front. George out there with Jordan Clarkson. And it's Martin in at the 3. Alexander Walker with the bucket.
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
Time called here. The Jazz decide to talk it over. They trail by 7. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Get a report from Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Will Hardy was going over with his team. He reminded his team just how close this game is, saying, guys, we aren't out of this yet. We still have plenty of time left. Let's go out and execute our game plan, and I promise you, we will win this game. Let's see how they come out of this timeout, Brian.
Okay, thank you, Allie. And that one's good. Clarkson.
And that's impressive body control. Jordan Clarkson just shrugging off the defense.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. Reed's checked in for the Timberwolves. And that's an intentional foul.
George, first personal foul, second team foul. At the line for Minnesota, Steven Jackson.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
He doesn't waste a chance to pad their lead. It's been some solid free throw shooting.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And Utah calls time here. They're trailing by 7. 27 seconds left in the game. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Julius Randle.
It's almost beyond belief what he's done in this game. He's been impossible to cool off, hitting just about everything he looks at. It doesn't matter who's guarding him. He's had an answer for just about everyone.
Wow, he really played phenomenal tonight. But we've almost come to expect that from him. He feeds off the energy from this crowd, and it certainly plays a part in elevating his game. Just let the clock run out.
Hey, it's time to celebrate.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense.
At the line for Minnesota, Mike Conley.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
Free throw drops for Conley.
The true definition of a veteran. Mike Conley, an integral part of this team.
So we see the Timberwolves get the win here. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?